Let's learn something new about science. Take a PVC pipe. Take an aluminum pipe. Take a copper pipe. Take 3 bowls and place them under each pipe. Take 3 magnet pieces. Drop down the first magnet from the PVC pipe. When we drop down the magnet from the PVC pipe, it will fall at normal speed. Now drop down the magnet from the aluminum pipe. When we drop down the magnet from the aluminum pipe, it will fall slower than the PVC pipe. Now drop down the magnet from the copper pipe. When we drop down the magnet from the copper pipe, it will fall very slowly compared to the other pipes. When a magnet is dropped down through a copper pipe, it feels a resistive force. The falling magnet induces a current in the copper pipe, and by Lenz's law, the current creates a magnetic field that opposes the changing field of the falling magnet. Thus, the magnet is repelled and falls very slowly. In this experiment, we will observe reaction between cold drink and mint gum. Let's do a new experiment today. Take a bottle of cold drink. Take a packet of mint gum. Place them one above the other. Open the lid of the bottle and insert a thread from the bottle lid. Take the lid of the cold drink bottle. Pass a piece of thread from the lid and the gums. Tighten it with a clip. Now place the lid on the cold drink bottle. Wait for some time. You will see that lots of bubbles are created and lid opens up with force. This happens because of invisible carbon dioxide gas pumped into the bottle. Water molecules strongly attract each other, linking together to form a tight mash around each bubble of carbon dioxide gas in the soda. It takes extra energy to break this surface tension. When you drop the mint gum into the soda, the gelatin and gum arabic of the mint gum break the surface tension. New bubbles need more space, and so the lid opens with a force. In this experiment, we will demonstrate different colors of fire. Let's do a new experiment today. Take some copper sulfate. Take some strontium chloride. Take some sodium tetraborate decahydrate. Take some boric acid. Take some calcium chloride. Add some ethanol to the first powder. Repeat the process with all the other powder. With the help of a gas lighter, ignite the first powder. Repeat the process with the other powders. You will observe that when the powders are ignited, different color flames come up. Combustion in matter generally produces energy in the form of heat and light. The color of the flame depends on multiple factors: the type of fuel, complete or incomplete combustion, the type of material used, and most important, the type of radiation. Thus, when different materials are used, we can see different colors of fire. In this experiment, we will learn to serve tea from the teapot without lifting it. Let's do a new experiment today. Take a teapot. Take 2 empty cups and place before the teapot. Take an air pump machine. Tap on the teapot. Open the lid of the teapot. Pour some water in it. Now close the lid of the teapot. Connect a pipe to the teapot and air pump machine. Slide the green button to put air pressure in the teapot. You will observe water gushing out and falling in the first cup. Slide the green button again to increase the air pressure in the teapot. You will observe that the water gushes out with force and falls in the second cup. This happens because when you apply air pressure in the teapot through an air pump, the air occupies space within the teapot. Hence, the water gushes out from the teapot with force. In this experiment, we will demonstrate about bending laser beam. Let's do a new science experiment today. Take an empty bottle. Open the lid of the bottle. Take a jar full of mildly colored water. Close the lid of the bottle. Take a green laser light. With the help of a laser light, throw some light on the bottle. The laser beam is trapped inside the water because of total internal reflection. As the light tries to pass from the more dense water to the less dense air, it bends. This is called refraction. At a certain point, the light bends so much that it bounces on the surface of the water. This is called reflection. In the narrow column of water, the light wave continues bouncing on the boundaries of the stream of water, but cannot pass through the air. In this experiment, we will clean a copper pan using vinegar and salt. Let's do an interesting science experiment. Take a copper dish. Take some salt. Repeat the process. Take vinegar. Pour some vinegar in the copper dish. Take a sponge. Take water. Take sponge and rub it over again. Take a paper napkin. Repeat the process. You will observe that the dirty copper dish is completely clean now. This happens because copper atoms can combine with oxygen atoms from the air to make a molecule called copper oxide. Copper oxide dissolves in a mixture of weak acid, and table salt and vinegar are acid. In this this experiment, we will insert a needle in a balloon without popping it. Let's do an amazing science experiment. Take a balloon. Take an air pump. With the help of the air pump, inflate the balloon. Take some oil. Take a needle. Now try and pass the needle through the neck of the balloon. Now try and move the balloon. You will observe that the needle gets completely pierced without the balloon popping out. Balloons are made up of lots of chains called polymer chains. They are so small that they are not visible to the naked eye. On the sides of the balloon, these polymer chains are stretched to their limit. At the neck of the balloon, the polymers are much less stretched. So, when pierced with a needle, there is enough room to allow the needle to pass through the chains without breaking them.